This story is a homage to Mrs. Jean, my esteemed mentor at the U.S. Department of Prominence, where I worked as an office secretary. She turned my self-doubt into confidence and guided me on how to learn specific tasks, enabling me to work with higher-level government officials in Washington, D.C. and overseas. I am forever in her debt. Once upon a time, I made a foolish decision to leave my job at the Department of Prominence, driven by my lack of experience and naivety. I managed to secure a position as a federal government contractor at the Pentagon, working for the U.S. Department of Defense. However, when this contract ended, I found myself unemployed once again. Fortunately, luck was on my side, and I received a phone call offering me the opportunity to return to the Department of Prominence as a contractor. It was during this time that I crossed paths with a remarkable woman named Jean, who would become my mentor. Without her guidance and wisdom in taking on voluntary tasks, I doubt I would have gained the recognition of government officials and been given the chance to work overseas. Jean had an extensive career as an office management specialist, spending 2 decades working and living abroad on behalf of the Department of Prominence. Her wealth of knowledge about the inner workings of this government agency was truly impressive. I was captivated by Jean's presence. She always exuded professionalism, never smiled, and kept her long, light gray hair neatly tied in a bun. Her innocent blue eyes had a mesmerizing effect, and she spoke with a soft, gentle voice. As a contractor, I often found myself filling in as the backup office secretary within various offices throughout the Department of Prominence. Unfortunately, the regular secretaries frequently took advantage of their leave privileges, leaving me to handle their workload. It was one of those offices where I first encountered Mrs. Jean. One day, Jean approached my desk and motioned me to follow her. Intrigued, I complied. She carried a brown bag and a steaming cup of Lipton tea. Leading me to the conference room, she sat down and pulled out a peanut butter sandwich from her bag. As she savored her meal and sipped her tea, she imparted invaluable advice on mastering a range of work skills that fell beyond my designated responsibilities. I felt honored that she had taken me under her wing and shared her knowledge with me. These were the tasks she suggested I take on. Learn how to prepare travel authorization orders and travel vouchers, as travel was a constant requirement for officials at the Department of Prominence. Gain experience in scheduling meetings for desk officers and office directors, which would prepare me for high-level office secretary positions. Volunteer to assist desk officers during my lunch hours, allowing me to acquire a diverse range of skills. Always maintain a professional appearance with a dress or skirt. I always wore dresses anyway. I love dresses and despise pants, so this was an easy task for me. I diligently followed Mrs. Jean's advice, seeking her guidance whenever I embarked on new projects. Soon enough, her wisdom began to pay off. Desk officers started requesting my assistance with various assignments, such as preparing travel vouchers, filing sensitive documents, and scheduling meetings. I became so well regarded in this office that the desk officers and office director spoke highly of me to my contracting supervisor. As a result, my supervisor approached the Department of Prominence Human Resources Office to discuss the possibility of reinstating my employment rights as a former government employee. I had no idea that such reinstatement eligibility rights existed. Mrs. Jean guided me onto the right path, which eventually led me to work alongside 4 high-ranking officials in Washington, D.C., and 1 U.S. ambassador overseas throughout my career. My journey mirrored that of my mentor, Mrs. Jean, and I will forever be grateful to her. Whenever I enjoy a peanut butter sandwich and sip on Lipton tea, I am reminded of her. May Mrs. Jean rest in peace, my dear mentor. You've been listening to Mia Z. Edwards' Stories. New stories arrive daily, except Saturdays and Sundays, my rest days. Until then, stay inspired.